I turned the blades of a fan into a windmill generator that actually works. Welcome to Nexel Labs, where we perform experiments to get clean energy. So, in today's search for clean energy, I made a generator using the power from the wind to generate electricity. So, let's begin. This is a generator that I made using the rotor of a mixer and the magnets of the starter motor of a generator. I made a video of them. Check it out on my channel. Then this is the pivot system of a standing fan, the area that rotates when the fan works. I want to attach the fan pivot system to the wood that holds the generator. So to do that, I got this drill, attached the bit into the chuck and tightened it. But before we go into drilling, I got a pencil, placed the pivot system on the wood and marked 3 spots on the wood to help me to know the exact points to drill. After making the points, I went on to make the hole, but it did not pierce through. So I flipped a switch on the drill to change the rotation, and that helped to align the piercing angle of the bit to make a clean hole, and I made 3 of them. Then I got the pivot system, placed it on the wood, aligning the holes I made to the ones on the pivot. I used a screwdriver to drive in 2 screws first at the side of the pivot that has 2 holes. I tried to drive in the third one, but discovered that I made a mistake by drilling the hole too deep. So I had to go with just 2. After driving them in, I went ahead to get the fan blade that I would use as the turbine blade. Before I could put them together, I found out that the hole of the fan blade was bigger than the shaft of the generator. So, to fill in these gaps, I got a paper strip to wrap around the shaft of the generator. I first put a drop of super glue on the edge of the shaft, took the paper strip and placed it on the shaft, using my hands to tighten it around the shaft. I then applied more glue on the surface of the strip and rotated the generator while I stretched the strip to wrap around the generator as the shaft rotated. I then brought the fan blade and pushed it to fit the shaft with the paper strip. I then used a screwdriver to tighten the screw on the blade to hold the generator tightly on the blade. I marched out to take the generator where I would mount it on a pole. I used a PVC pipe with an outer diameter of 2 cm because it fits the hole of the pivot perfectly. When the wind finally came, it spun the windmill really fast and strong, which was promising. So I connected a multimeter to the generator to give us an idea of the amount of clean energy we're getting from this windmill. Looking at the multimeter, we can see that the windmill generator produces an average of 5 volts. This is actually better than what I get from the hydro generators that I've been experimenting on in the last few videos. Most electronics charges with 5 volts, and this windmill pulls out an average of 5 volts, which means you can power and charge your electronics with this homemade windmill. Adding a light bulb to it, it gives what looks like a faint glow, but that is because the daylight is interfering with the glow of the light. In the end, this was a fun experiment. Thanks for watching. If you want to make something like this, don't just build, bend the rules while doing it. Make noise before you make sense. Until next time, don't believe free energy videos. I'm Emmanuel and this is Nexel Labs. Oh,